So for this meeting, we will discuss our ideas about our design in for the care robot. Yeah. So
But actually, I have the ideas for the robots. So, like the kidney robot.
Like, sorry, come again?
A vacuuming robot. A
uh,
vacuuming.
Vacuuming robot.
Yeah.
This robot is more for care for elderly. So
yeah,
maybe you want to.
Yeah. Um.
like
Why can't
that could
that is
be one function of the robot.
that be one function? Another
Yeah.
function is carry carried food and beverages on a robot for elderly person.
Okay. So as Aaron started, maybe he want to make his ideas first
Yeah.
a bit, then you can go on.
I guess I can start talking about the assumptions and behavior towards the robot first. Like
Okay.
I've taken my notes after I read the given PDF file.
Yeah.
So it says here that the robots may result to isolation and like loss of physical human contact since if we rely too much on robots, there
Then
won't be like
we can learn.
human contact anymore. So I think we can think of the design
Uh,
like I mean the functions for the robot.
you know, I have
Uh, we have to like uh
We
the
have
functions
to try to
for
make sure we don't. I guess you're trying to say we try to make sure we don't rely too much on it, and like
yeah
the 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 function of it, it shouldn't be
yeah.
it shouldn't
complicated.
have all the functions.
Yeah. The
Like
only
Okay.
problem
it
is
should
that
be shared with the like the caretakers
yeah,
of
well,
the
only
Okay.
robot.
So
one concern is
yeah.
that the robots what happen is robots can be hacked by hackers. So robots can glitch and lost control.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
also thought about that.
Yeah, what
Like,
happen being hacked by hackers? So you know hackers they use different types of coding, they know how the codings function. So hack the robots like harming other person, causing harm.
Yeah.
yeah, it's been talked about in the paper as well in the research that
Yes.
uh the like the caretakers and the staff are like scared of the responsibilities with the robot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the robot is not it's not human, so it's not going to
Yeah.
understand some feelings of human. So it can complicate things between the robot
So
and
what a good
the
option is that we can decide, like you mentioned before, if we rely too much on robots, so we wouldn't learn anything. So we can create a function like a quizzes. So robots provide the quizzes for human to determine if humans they have learned anything or not.
yeah. So for me, I think like on the functions for the robots, I
It
feel
has,
like the functions should be um, more of a basic need for the elderly that
yeah,
would be difficult for a caretaker to do. So, like Aaron said, like we don't want to fully rely on, because caretakers
yeah,
will they actually really um, have second thoughts on relying fully on the robot.
yeah.
So
What
we just need to have main functions like maybe like helping to serve food for the elderly, or
yeah,
also
Yeah.
can be helping to something to do like carrying the elderly, because because sometimes
Yeah.
if we have a robot like a humanoid robot,
Yeah.
so it's like a human form, it will be able to help the caretakers to actually carry the, the elderly, put on wheelchair, push the wheelchair. So this kind of like a I want
Yeah.
it to I reckon it's like this kind of simple basic functions for a robot to have, so it'll be easier for caretakers to communicate with the robot, and like that will be easy for the function, so that
Yeah.
the caretakers too will have a certain confidence on the robot to actually let it
Yeah.
do things.
Uh,
Yeah. So any other ideas we want to, we can just hop in.
Yeah, that's one of the positive things that was talked about in the paper that
Yeah.
yeah.
um
What if there's the for home care elderly robots? What happens if there's the elderly have fraction of the bones that not able to take showers? So what kind of robots can be designed to help elderly taking care of a shower?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like that is a very vulnerable state for the elderly
Yeah.
to actually let a robot do that. We can do that, but I feel that the elderlies won't really trust a robot to actually shower them,
Yeah.
because it's kind of a different, it's kind of a vulnerable state they will be, which the elderlies will actually prefer for a human caretaker to actually do that.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
I guess that would be like it can be, but I would feel like it's something that elderly would not prefer actually.
So I got an idea. What if elderly want to learn some cookings and the and the robots can teach them how to guide through it. Th- This is like a guide to teach elderly to do something. Like if you feel interested like doing gardening or doing cooking stuff.
Okay, so you're trying to say that if elderlies, if the robot has to have a guide
Yeah.
to help elderlies. Is that where
Yeah.
you're
Like,
getting
like
it?
like teaching how to do this, how to do that.
Yeah, but yeah, that's a good idea. But then we have to see like the range of elderlies who actually want to do something
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
because a robot can teach them, can guide them, but then it
Yeah.
depends on the speed, like you say, like gardening and stuff. If the
Yeah.
elderlies can't keep up to the robot
Yeah.
speed of teaching them, they
Yeah.
would actually get triggered and get annoyed actually, like because and then they will lose interest in doing it. But it's a great idea to if they want to learn something new, we can have the robot to have guides
Yeah.
to teach them something.
Yeah, I think you can include that to like the optional functions
Yeah.
Yeah,
for the robot.
optional functions can have like
Also,
a guide
like
this.
teach them how to cooking some meals. If elder want to bake a cake, that's fine. Elder they can teach them how to bake a cake.
Yeah, something for fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can be like an optional
What about the so, sometimes the elderly person they sometimes they get dementia. They also
yeah.
then play like a chess game. So if the elder want to play this game, and the robot gonna play that game.
Actually, coming to that, if elderly have like a dementia or whatnot, I think it'd be a great function for a robot to have like a certain timing fixed, like for medication, for
Yeah.
important things like medication, doctor appointments. So all these appointments and
Can
check-in,
be
like
rearranged by
all
work
these timings will be set into the
schedule.
robot, so
Yeah.
that the robot will know the exact time, because as a caretaker too, we can
Yeah.
actually
No idea what
miss out the timing
what
or
have
the
it
medication sometimes.
Yeah.
So I
if
feel like a robot can keep track of the timing, the amount of
yeah the
medication
medication
taken.
also time so schedule the time arrangement.
Yeah, so I
Yeah,
think that is a great function too.
since the like the caretakers may not be available at some time.
Yeah,
Yeah. So that what the robot can be taken for schedule appointments. What have is human don't have available times available.
yeah.
Yeah, then the robot can take care of it.
Yeah.
Correct.
So
So okay, so anything else we want to include?
We should also think about the looks of the robot, since it's
Yeah.
also part of it.
So I have brainstormed a few the looks, and like I have suggested just now, I feel like a humanoid robot. I mean, it looks like a human would actually be a great robot because it will make the elderly feel more comfortable. If we have like a robot over there, I feel like they would be uncomfortable to actually rely on it. So
Yeah,
if it's like a humanoid, it's like it looks like a human. I feel like they would be a little bit more comfortable to rely on it for some things that can help them. So that would be the main design. I feel like a humanoid robot, more like looking exactly like the caretaker or something like that. More design ideas y'all have brainstormed about, like
uh,
any ideas that y'all think that would be nice?
um, would I say that so in the 2 years ago, I used to work at aged care facility down the cafe homes. So every single morning, I usually took elder to go out every day for working. So we can just call one the elder to take out work with elder outside go for work.
I didn't really get you there. Like, come again. Like, what are you trying to? What was the?
I knew about taking out of work with elderly.
Okay,
So if elder want to go for work to do exercises like routines.
okay. So basically, the robot will take out them for exercises,
Yeah,
routines. Yeah,
yeah,
that can come under the scheduling of tasks or checklists for them. So, like scheduling of timing to take medication, to do exercise, be it
yeah.
physiotherapy or something. Yeah. So, what else we have? So,
I guess we can talk about the security of the robot. Like,
Yeah,
if it sends information to anyone or to hospitals, for example.
yeah, like yeah, that's a good spot. Like I say, if the elderly person like personal details are gonna be in a secure way, so all the passwords in the robot system must be make the requirements, the passwords, and
yeah,
also there are the functions remove the functions for hackers to get you. And you know, there's a hacker sometimes they use the Microsoft computers, and there's an option called inspection. It's a function that's where can hackers game, but Apple probably doesn't have it. So make sure there's no inspection on the Workbox system, so hackers can easily to hack this each individual elderly's accounts or accounts get hacked. So if the account hacks, the elderly person might have the bank financial details or medical history as well.
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, I feel like there should be like a policy when
Yeah.
when we have that we when we have the details of
Mm,
the care elderly. Sorry, if we have
mm.
the details of the
It's
elderly, we must have
always
a policy like a privacy policy that um these details actually is not going to go up. It's
yeah,
within the robot and within the caretaker also. So
yeah,
the caretaker and the robot and the elderly, only these people will have the in-depth access to this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
So even if the robot sends the information to the hospital, it's only certain information that the elderly allows to,
yeah.
you know, that that
Another another option I thought about is that what happen the elderly person sometimes they have bad memories, so they can't remember every single password what they type. What they can do is the robot can remember the password from them. So forgot a password, they can use like you said double check with a password that you verify in the text invoice. So they use check text invoice or to verify the other account. If you forgot password, another person should get a text for the robot. What's your text code and they verify the code. So double codes and verify, that's a more secure way.
I think another secure way can be face recognition, that is
Yeah.
by the robot. So
Yeah.
if let's say the elderly forgets the password, the robot
Yeah.
can do a face recognition scan and
I also
get the password.
fingerprint as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, fingerprint is also as
Yeah.
good as face recognition actually.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have talked about the design, um, the
Functions.
functions of it, and we also have talked about the
Security.
the security.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
There's another thing I want to add. The aged care like organization can also hire ICT professionals so they can help with any malfunctions
yeah,
done by the robot or any like attacks that may
correct.
happen, and
Yes,
like staff training
Mm.
for the like caretakers.
correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that they also will know what they are actually doing. So that's actually a good idea too. Yeah, that's a good idea too. Yeah. So I think we have covered everything.
Yeah,
Yep.
So
I think
that's about it. So, okay.